Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, and aspiring researchers. Today is the day three of Faculty Development Program on Research Writing and Research Design. I feel delightful to introduce my first speaker of tonight, Azra Tahezi. She works at Language and Linguistic Department, Azad University of Margay, Iran. She has been awarded with Global Educator Leader Award in 2021 by International Internship University. Today, her topic of discussion will be examining benefits and limitation of using technology in research academic writing for ELT purposes. Thank you. And now over to you, madam. Ma'am, can
Hi.
you listen me?
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
ma'am.
hi, and thank you for having me here. And because of time, I wanted to share my slide. Is visible now?
No, ma'am, we cannot see. Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible. Now it's visible.
Okay. When it was not visible, please tell me, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Now it's visible. It's visible.
Thank you. Yes, my topic is artificial intelligence and technology uses in ELT. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, also known as machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines in contrast to natural intelligence. In artificial intelligence research defined as study of intelligence agents, any device that perceives its environment and takes action that maximize its chance of successfully achieving its goal. Artificial intelligence is applied in learning and problem solving. Artificial intelligence is now a part of our life, whether we know it or not, and whether we accept it or not. It has risen to such a status over the years in a slow but steady manner. Everything that we do, like buying clothes, shows on internet, as well as watching shows on TV, is influenced to various extents by artificial intelligence. However, the question that needs to be asked in context is, what effect would this have on education? Scope. Its scope. Capabilities generally classified as artificial intelligence includes successfully understanding human speech, competing at the highest level in strategic game systems, autonomous cars, intelligence routing in content delivery network, and military simulation. Artificial intelligence was founded as an academic discipline in 1956 and in years since has experienced several waves of optimism. Artificial intelligence in education. Artificial intelligence enhances the quality of education. Over the last decade, there are several challenges of learning, including language processing, reasoning, planning, cognitive modeling, have been addressed by artificial intelligence applications. In fact, both education and artificial intelligence have been made for each other, whereas education is a means to develop minds capable of leveraging the knowledge pool, while artificial intelligence provides tools for developing a more accurate and detailed picture of how everything works. There are many advantages that artificial intelligence provide, like tutoring, grading, and personalization in education, personalization and globalization of classrooms in education, feedback on course quality, immediate feedback to students, etc. And a few previous examples really prove it, such as smart content creation, from digitized guides of textbook to customizable means personalized learning, digital interface are being introduced at all levels. The ultimate goal of artificial intelligence is also said to be a virtual facilitator for the learning environment. It is also to create virtual human-like characters and who can think, act, react, interact in a natural way, responding to and using both verbal and nonverbal communication. It also aims to pave the way for new learning pathways in the coming years, because education is a domain largely handled by human-to-human interaction. However, integration of artificial intelligence has been slower to develop the necessary human-like attributes of responsiveness, adaptability, and understanding. Benefit of artificial intelligence: creating a global classroom in the same way personalized classroom. With artificial intelligence, it would be possible for schools to create global classroom and personalized classroom. As it were, from now on, it would no longer matter as to where a student is. If she or he is unable to attend class due to some reason or other, all he would need to do is visit a link, click on it, and the student can join the live classroom. Similarly, thanks to this technology, it would also be possible for them to interact with their peers, even if they were 1,000 miles apart from each other, making education a lot more interesting than before. Things such as game technology, like Kahoot, and simulation are expected to play major roles in this regard. It can actually make education a lot more adaptive and intuitive. In fact, such technology can actually be used in order to encourage students to come together and develop knowledge themselves. This is something that you need so badly in this day and age of short attention span. Artificial intelligence can quickly interpret a student's needs, design an appropriate assessment. It can show students mastery, repeat lessons as needed, and quickly design a personalized learning plan for each student. This is my question: how artificial intelligence can do the same and globalize and personalize your classroom? Artificial intelligence make it a lot easier for teachers and management to keep track of how well or poorly the students are performing. Such systems can be used to deal effectively with the vast volume of data and statistics that these schools and colleges normally have. They can use these to create different reports that help them to understand the progress being made by various students. Universities and educational institutions are increasingly looking to technology to address the challenge of student retention who enroll in higher education but do not end up obtaining a degree. Since they have the education midway, they end up not being awarded the degree they had enrolled for. With artificial intelligence and machine learning, they are seeking a way to improve the retention efforts for higher education in countries like US and India. By analyzing data from foreign education literature surveys and studies, artificial intelligence can detect the key reason behind attrition and dropouts. This in turn helps the institutions to plug the gap whenever possible and improve their own university rankings by improving the retention rates. Smart technology can improve the experience of education. However, this technology can't replace the personal interaction because machine can't communicate with students. Interaction and personal connection is still needed. It's still needed, and students need it from their teachers. As you rely on that machine more and more every day in the class to replace the teaching method and also to help students doing their tasks, they become the technology addicted. They will think they can do better if they don't use this machine, and they don't believe anymore in their own teaching, own feeling, emotions, and mind. You don't believe in your own skills, but you believe on machine's skills. Artificial intelligence has slowly but surely entered every area of our lives. From online shopping to TV viewing, everything. Artificial intelligence, in other words, is the study of man-made computational devices and systems. Today, it has been a hot topic everywhere, and is making its way into education. However, some say it will take our education to the impairment of students, whereas others indicate that artificial intelligence will revolutionize and improve education. There are many advantages that artificial intelligence provides, like future grading and personalization in education, globalization, feedback on course quality, immediate feedback to students. Technology has become an integral part of our lives, and its impact on various fields, including education, cannot be ignored. In the realm of English language teaching, technology has revolutionized the way research and academic writing are conducted, and aims to explore the benefits and limitations of using technology in research academic writing for ELT. The benefits of using technology artificial intelligence in research academic writing for ELT purposes are numerous. Firstly, technology provides access to a vast amount of information and resources that can enhance the quality and depth of research. In just a few clicks, researchers can access online databases, digital libraries, and scholarly articles from around the world. This not only saves time, but also allows for a more comprehensive analysis of topic at hand. Secondly, technology enables collaboration among researchers from different geographical locations through online platform tools such as Google Docs or Dropbox. Researchers can work together on a document simultaneously, making it easier to share their ideas, provide feedback, different feedbacks, immediate feedback, and constructive positive feedbacks, and make revision in real time. This collaborative aspect enhances the overall quality of research by incorporating diverse perspectives and expertise. Furthermore, technology offers various tools that aid in organizing, managing research materials, reference management software, and help researchers keep track of their sources and generate citation effortlessly. Additionally, writing software such as Microsoft Word, Google Docs provide features like spell checking, grammar correction, and formatting options that facilitate the writing processes. Despite these benefits, there are also limitations to consider when using technology in research academic writing for ELT purposes. Firstly, not all researchers may have access to reliable internet connections or necessary technological devices. This can hinder their ability to conduct thorough research or collaborate effectively with others. Moreover, relying too heavily on technology may lead to a lack of critical thinking skills, creativity among researchers. With information readily available at their fingertips, researchers may become dependent on search engines rather than engaging in deep analysis or critical evaluation of sources. Lastly, there is a concern regarding the credibility and reliability of online sources. With abundance of information available online, it becomes crucial for researchers to critically evaluate the credibility and accuracy of the sources they use. Failure to do so many result in misleading or inaccurate research findings. Technology has undoubtedly transformed research academic writing for ELT purposes by providing access to vast information, facilitating collaboration, communication, interpretation, and aiding in organizing research materials. However, it is essential to acknowledge the limitations that came with using technology, such as limited access, potential lack of critical thinking skills, and concerns about source credibility. By understanding these benefits and limitations, the researcher can make informed decisions about incorporating technology into their academic writing process. Artificial intelligence technology has revolutionized various industries, and its potential impact of research academic writing in ELT is no exception. It aims to examine the benefits and limitations of usage of artificial intelligence in this context. In recent years, it has become increasingly sophisticated, offering numerous tools applications that can assist researchers and writers in their academic endeavors. One significant and important benefit of using artificial intelligence technology is its ability to enhance language proficiency. Artificial intelligence-powered writing assistant can provide real-time feedback on grammar, vocabulary usage, and sentence structure, helping non-native English speakers improve their writing skills. This feature is particularly valuable for ELT context, as it allows learners to receive personalized guidance and correct their mistakes instantly. Another advantage of utilizing artificial intelligence in research academic writing is its efficiency in data analysis. With vast amounts of information available online, researchers often struggle to sift through data and identify relevant sources. Artificial intelligence algorithms can quickly scan through numerous articles. Sorry, my slides are visible.
Yes, ma'am, your slides are visible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Yes, researchers often struggle to shift through data and identify relevant sources. Artificial intelligence algorithms can quickly scan through numerous articles, books, databases to extract key information, saving researchers valuable time and effort. Additionally, it can assist in organizing research materials by categorizing them based on themes or topics, facilitating the creation of well-structured academic papers. Despite these benefits, there are also limitations associated with artificial intelligence technology in research academic writing in ELT contexts. Firstly, while its algorithms have improved significantly over time, they are not infallible, and there may still be instances where the suggestions provided by artificial intelligence-powered writing assistants are inaccurate or inappropriate for a specific context. Therefore, it is crucial for users to exercise critical thinking skills when relying on these tools. Furthermore, some argue that excessive reliance on artificial intelligence technology may hinder learners' language development. By relying heavily on automated correction suggestions, learners may become dependent on these tools instead of actively engaging with the language learning process. It is essential for educators to strike a balance between utilizing artificial intelligence technology as a helpful tool and encouraging learners to develop their language skills through practice and interaction and their collaboration. Artificial intelligence technology offers numerous benefits for research academic writing in ELT context. It can enhance language proficiency, provide efficient data analysis, assist in organizing research materials. However, it is important to acknowledge the limitation of artificial intelligence technology, such as potential inaccuracies and the risk of hindering learners' language development. By understanding these benefits, and researchers can make informed decisions about incorporating it into their academic practices. It has become increasingly prevalent in various fields, including research and academic writing for English language teaching purposes, aimed to examine benefits and limitations, advantages and disadvantages of using artificial intelligence in this context. It is using in research academic writing for ERT purposes are numerous, and firstly, artificial intelligence tools can assist researchers and writers in generating ideas and content, generating more ideas and resourceful ideas and content. And these tools can analyze large amounts of data, provide suggestions for relevant topics, research questions, and hypotheses, more designs, and supporting evidence. This can save time for teachers and students, effort for researchers, especially those who are new to the field of struggling with writer's block. Secondly, artificial intelligence technology can help them improve the quality of academic writing by providing grammar, language suggestions. These tools can detect errors in grammar, punctuation, spelling, and style, ensuring that the final written piece is accurate and coherent, cohesive, and meaningful. This is particularly useful for non-native English speakers who may struggle with language proficiency. Furthermore, artificial intelligence tools can aid in organizing, categorizing, labeling, structuring academic papers, can suggest appropriate headings, subheadings, and paragraph divisions based on the content provided. This helps writers create a logical flow of ideas throughout the paper, enhancing readability and comprehension. However, there are also limitations using it in research academics. Firstly, while artificial intelligence tools can generate ideas and context suggestions, they may lack creativity, critical thinking skills, rely on existing data sets and algorithms and patterns to make recommendations, which may limit originality, novelty in research topics and approaches. Additionally, it may not fully understand the content or nuances of a specific research field or topic. They may provide inaccurate or irrelevant suggestions based on incomplete understanding of subject matter. Researchers need to critically evaluate and assessment these suggestions before incorporating them into their work. Moreover, relying too heavily on artificial intelligence technology may hinder researchers' own development of out-of-box thinking, critical thinking skills, and domain knowledge. It is important for researchers to engage actively with their research topic rather than solely relying on artificial intelligence tools for guidance. Artificial intelligence technology offers numerous benefits in research academics for these purposes, including idea generation, grammar, language suggestion, paper organization. Researchers should be aware of their limitations also in terms of creativity, contextual understanding, interpretation, and potential overreliance. Balancing the main word in use of artificial intelligence technology with human expertise is crucial to ensure high quality research academic writing in this field. These are benefits of artificial intelligence technology in summary in academic writing for English language teaching purposes. And you can see one efficiency. Artificial intelligence technology can significantly improve efficiency of research writing progress. It can quickly analyze large amounts of data, identify relevant sources, resources, and generate summarizes or outlines, saving researchers a significant amount of time. Language support. Artificial intelligence tools can provide language support to non-native English speakers by offering grammar and vocabulary suggestions, helping them improve their writing skills. This is particularly beneficial for English language teaching purposes, and it assists learners in producing more accurate and fluent academic texts. Plagiarism detection. Artificial intelligence-powered plagiarism detection tools can help researchers identify any unintentional instances of plagiarism in their work. This ensures the integrity of research and helps learners develop proper citation reference practices. Data analysis. Artificial intelligence algorithms can analyze complex data sets more efficiently than humans, enabling researchers to draw meaningful conclusions from their findings. This is particularly useful in ELT research where large-scale data analysis is often required. And limitations in summary, lack of contextual understanding. While artificial intelligence can provide language suggestions, they may not always understand the context or intent meaning behind a sentence or paragraph. This limitation could lead to incorrect, inappropriate suggestions that may negatively impact the quality of writing. Our reliance on technology, relying too heavily on artificial intelligence technology, may hinder learners' ability to develop critical thinking skills and independent research abilities. It is essential to strike a balance between utilizing artificial intelligence tools for assistance and fostering students' own analytical skills. Limited creativity. Artificial intelligence algorithms are designed to follow predefined patterns based on existing data, which may limit their ability to generate creative ideas, original ideas, or innovative approaches to research questions. Human creativity is still crucial in academic writing for English language teaching purposes. Ethical considerations. The use of artificial intelligence technology raises ethical concerns, particularly in terms of data privacy, safety, ownership. Researchers must ensure that the tools they use are compliant with ethical guidelines and protect the rights of participants involved in their research. Artificial intelligence technology offers numerous benefits for research academic writing in ELT purposes, including increased efficiency, language support, plagiarism detection, data analysis. However, it is important to be aware of limitations such as lack of contextual understanding, potential reliance on technology, limited creativity, ethical considerations. By understanding these aspects, researchers can make informed decisions about incorporating artificial intelligence technology into their academic writing processes. The use of artificial intelligence technology in research academic writing for ELT purposes offers several benefits and limitations. On the one hand, artificial intelligence can enhance efficiency, accuracy, language analysis, providing valuable insight into language patterns and structures, can assist in generating content, improving language proficiency through personalized feedback. Additionally, tools can facilitate collaboration among researchers, provide access to a vast amount of resources. However, there are limitations considered, may not fully capture the nuances of language use or understand context-specific meanings. It may also lack creativity. Critical thinking skills are essential in academic writing. Moreover, reliance on artificial intelligence tools may lead to a decrease in human interaction and development of essential writing skills. Therefore, while artificial intelligence technology can be a valuable tool in research academic writing, for these purposes, it should be used as a complementary resource rather than a substitute for human expertise. Researchers and educators should be cautious about our reliance on artificial intelligence to ensure that they continue to prioritize human input, creativity, critical thinking in writing processes by striking on a balance between artificial intelligence technology and human involvement. We can harness the benefits of while mitigating the limitation for effective academic writing (ELT). Artificial intelligence technology has gained significant attention in various fields, including education, in English language teaching, in higher education, offers promising opportunities to enhance research academic writing and to examine the benefits and limitations of using it in academic writing research papers. And we set its limitation and benefits, but for summary, I will say keywords again to remember. Enhanced language proficiency, provide instant feedback on grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, helping non-native English speakers improve their language proficiency. Real-time assistant allows researchers identify errors promptly, leading to more accurate and polished academic writing. Time efficiency can significantly reduce time required for proofreading, editing. Automated tools can quickly scan through lengthy research papers, highlighting potential errors, problematic areas need improvement. Researchers can then focus on addressing these specific issues rather than spending excessive time on general proofreading tasks. Plagiarism detection, as mentioned previously, plagiarism is a critical concern in academic writing. Artificial intelligence-based plagiarism detection software can compare a researcher's work with vast databases of published literature, identifying any potential instances of plagiarism or unintentional similarities. This helps maintain the integrity of research work and ensure originality. Language adaptation. ELT research often involves catering into diverse audiences with varying language backgrounds, varying cultures. Artificial intelligence technology can assist researchers in adapting their writing styles to suit different readerships by providing suggestions for simplifying complex sentences or using appropriate vocabulary for specific target groups. And limitations in summary: contextual understanding. While artificial intelligence tools excel at identifying grammatical errors, they often lack contextual understanding. These tools may suggest changes that alter the intended meaning or fail to recognize nuanced language use required for academic writing purposes. Researchers must exercise caution when accepting all suggestions blindly. Subjectivity and creativity. Artificial intelligence technology struggles to evaluate subjective aspects of academic writing because we should think that artificial intelligence is objective based on algorithms, and such as coherence of arguments or effectiveness of rhetorical devices. These elements often require human judgment and expertise, which artificial intelligence tools may not possess. Researchers should rely on their own critical thinking skills and seek feedback from peers or mentors. Unlimited language support. Artificial intelligence tools primarily focus on English language support, leaving researchers who work with other languages at a disadvantage. The availability and accuracy of artificial intelligence powered tools for languages other than English are still limited, hindering their usefulness in ELT research conducted in non-English contexts. Our lens on technology, as mentioned previously, may lead to a decline in researchers' language proficiency development. Relying solely on automated tools can hinder the development of essential writing skills such as critical thinking, self-editing abilities. Researchers should use artificial intelligence as a complementary tool rather than a substitute for human expertise. It offers numerous benefits for ELT research academic writing, and including enhanced language proficiency, time efficiency, plagiarism detection, language adaptation. However, limitations such as contextual understanding issues, subjective evaluation challenges, limited language support, the risk of overreliance on technology must be considered. Researchers should strike a balance between utilizing tools for assistance while maintaining their own critical thinking skills and expertise to produce high-quality academic writing in ELT research context. Artificial intelligence technology has gained significant attention in various fields in education and ELT purposes, promising opportunities in health research context. And we examined all these because of time. I should go along them. And artificial intelligence technology offers benefits, limitations, and challenges, advantage, disadvantage, and understanding issues, subject evaluation issues, and risk of overreliance, and tools for assessing their own critical thinking, as we mentioned before. And recent Yes, this keyword is personalized learning expertise. That artificial intelligence technology enables personalized learning experiences by analyzing individual student strengths, weakness in writing skills. Based on this analysis, system can generate tailored exercises, activities, tasks, and that target specific areas requiring improvement. And this personalized approach is along with globalized approach, student engagement and motivation leading to more effective learning outcomes. And accessible learning. Artificial intelligence technology provides an inclusive learning as different backgrounds, different cultures, large classes, environment by offering accessibility features such as text to speech and speech to text capabilities. These features benefit students with visual impairments or those who prefer auditory learning style. We know about kinesthetic, visual learning style, auditory styles. Some students have visual style, some have auditory, and some have kinesthetic ones. By incorporating artificial intelligence tools, ELT practitioners can ensure that all students have equal opportunities to engage with the learning material. And integration of artificial intelligence technology in research academic rating for ELT purposes brings numerous benefits both for learners and educators, for designers, planners, for enhancing language proficiency, promoting academic integrity, and artificial intelligence powered tools offer a range of advantages that contribute to more efficient and effective language learning experiences. As technology continues to advance, it is crucial for ELT practitioners to embrace these innovations and leverage them for benefit of their students. Artificial intelligence can serve several purposes: personalized learning, as we call, and language assessment can assess learners' language skills through automated tests, and exercises can evaluate their grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, comprehension abilities, providing instant feedback on their performances. Intelligent tutoring, virtual tutors can engage learners in interactive conversation, simulate real-life language situation, and provide guidance and feedback. They can offer explanations, answer questions, help learners practice their speaking listening skills. Language generation can generate language content such as dialogues, essays, stories for learners to read or listen to. Content can be tailored to different proficiency levels, topics of interest, providing authentic language input for practice. Speech recognition technology allows learners to practice their pronunciation by comparing their spoken words or sentences with native speakers' model. It provides immediate feedback on accuracy and help learning improve their speaking skills. Natural language processing, chatbots, or virtual assistants can understand learners' question prompts in natural language and provide appropriate responses suggested for further learning resources. Data analysis algorithms can analyze large amounts of learning data to identify patterns, trends, areas where students struggle the most. This information helps teachers make data-driven decisions about instructional strategies and interventions. Overall, in ELT aims to enhance the learning experience by providing personalized support, improving assessment methods, facilitating practice opportunities, enabling more efficient data analysis for both teachers and students. In this context, artificial intelligence refers to use of technology, computer systems to enhance language learning experiences. Can be applied in various ways within ELT context. Intelligent tutoring systems can provide personalized adaptive instruction to learners. These systems analyze learners' data such as performance or exercises or assessment provide targeted feedback, recommendation for improvement, and virtual reality, augmented reality can integrate it with virtual reality or augmented reality technologies to create immersive language learning environment. Learners can interact with virtual characters or objects, practice real-life scenarios, or explore virtual worlds that simulate authentic language content. Adaptive learning platforms can analyze learning data and adapt learning content and pace based on individual needs and progress allows for personalized learning experience that cater to each learner's strengths with its preferences. Data analytics, we said if data analysis helps identify pattern, trends, areas learners may need additional support and intervention. It refers to use of artificial intelligence technology to generate concise, coherent summarizes of text for language learning. Teaching technology can automatically analyze and understand content of text, extract key information, produce condensed version that capture the main ideas and important details. Can also be used as a tool for language teacher to create materials for their student. Teacher can input lengthy text into artificial intelligence system, generate concise can be reading materials, discussion prompts in class, save teacher time, effort, manually creating, searching for appropriate material. Furthermore, artificial intelligence can support language assessment, automatically generating student-rated essay responses, allows teachers to quickly evaluate content, coherence students' writing without having to read through every word, can provide students with feedback their writing skills, helping them improve their ability to convey information completely, and offers opportunities to enhance language learning and teaching by providing learners with accessible content, assisting teachers in material, creating and facilitating efficient assessment process. And problems in summary. Problems of teachers. Lack of time due to abundance of tasks. No experience in multimedia teaching. Rarely work in collaborative environment. Some teachers do not buy into using expensive software. Prohibitive long-term costs involved with new technological developments in artificial intelligence, low motivation in using the WWW or such as how can I say artificial intelligence tools, searching teaching material, and not interested in creating courseware. Future education vision. Forward education program, student-centered, constructivist, positivity, and character school and online education, people who can continuously learn, real-world learning, and adaptation, internships, and safety of data. Finally, in conclusion, artificial intelligence can assist in improving the quality of education by addressing learning challenges faced by tasks, including planning, reasoning, language processing, cognitive modeling. Various benefits are offered by acceptance of artificial intelligence in your class's education sector, include tutoring, grading, immediate feedback on course quality, personalization in education, instant feedback to students, and the aim of artificial intelligence to be virtual facilitator for learning domain and create virtual human-like qualities who can think, react, act, interact in a natural way using verbal non-verbal communication. This domain model represents the knowledge of subject expertise and relationship between different parts of subject matter, assess improving domain-specific knowledge, especially areas of science, technology, math, engineering. In education system in ELT usually gathers a huge amount of student data, which is computed to enhance domain model. Hence, offering more personalized and efficient support while refining and testing the understanding process of learning and teaching. We need technology in every classroom, in every student teacher's hand, because it is pen and paper of our time. It is lens through which we expand much outward from new windows, new horizon. Thank you for your attention. And because of time, I should summarize some of the slides. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
If
We
any
are open
questions-
for questions. If anyone want to ask ma'am regarding this AI tool, they can ask question. We are open for that.
Hi, Dr. Anjum. Happy to see you. And thank you for Dr. Shalija and the team for having me. Any question? I am here.
Ma'am, I think everyone is clear with your explanation and presentation. You gave all the insights how to use the tool, how to implement in our research work, because we know about the tool, but we don't know how to implement it. So that was quite clear, and your presentation was well explained with utmost detail that I can give you guarantee. So I think that's why there's no questions.
It's a pleasure for mine that it was clear for everyone here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for enlightening us. Hope to see you and have more this kind of sessions with you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So now it is time to introduce our next speaker. We have our next speaker, Dr. Anjum Nazir Qureshi, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication, Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, Research and Technology, Chandrapura, Maharashtra. She was evaluator for grand finale of Toykathon 2021, organized by Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, Government of India. Worked for 2 international documentary films with UNICEF as an interpreter. She is also an author of the book 10 Core Life Skills, as well as 13 articles in various magazines. Dr. Qureshi, topic of discussion will be identifying appropriate target journals and research submission process. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharma. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. And before starting with the presentation, I would like to thank the organizing team for arranging such a wonderful workshop for everyone. And yes, being in the resource side, I hope my presentation is visible.
Ma'am, it's visible. Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yeah, now I think it's full screen. Yeah. So now we can go on.
Yes.
So yes, thank you once again, Ravina Sharma ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. And I would also like to thank the organizing committee for this opportunity, and of course to Dr. Shalija for you're giving me a chance to actually share my knowledge on the topic identifying inappropriate target journals and resource submission process. And something when Dr. Shaileja approached me, I think I was just feeling, okay, this was a topic which I wanted to speak since a long time. Because just few days ago, we arranged a workshop for our students in the college in which we were telling them about what is a research paper. So once we completed with that workshop, the students had so many questions, like, ma'am, where to submit the paper? And that time onwards, actually, I was planning that yes, there should be. It is not just about writing a research paper once you are into research, but the main thing is where you have to identify the journals and you have to submit it. So whenever you're going for research, anyone who is doing a research, so yes, of course, we start with the research plan. We identify the problem statements, we identify the objectives of our research, and then we start with our research, then whatever are our findings, our results, our discussions, whatever what the solutions that we find out, we just put it down in the form of a document that is called as we put it in the form of a document that is called as a research paper. And then comes the one of the most important part of our research, that is submission of the research paper. So, when I started with, when I was doing my PhD, so this was a very big question. Well, thanks to my guide, Dr. Asha Ambekar ma'am, who just helped me out. But when I started with my research, I was very confused. And I must tell you that in the initial days of my research, some one or two, they were so good quality papers that because I lacked this knowledge of submitting the research papers to proper journals, they could not get indexed in some good platforms. And because of that, I had to go for more research papers because there is some criteria that we should be having at least this many papers in the scopus and all. So I had to do more of work on this. So I feel that yes, no one should be facing such problems. We should be having a basic knowledge about where to write your research paper. So now, firstly, what are the advantages of publishing a research paper? And now this is the third day of the FTP, and many of you till now you know what is a research paper, and most of us who are joining us, they are from some of the other educational institutes, from some colleges, in fact. So we know, yes, it is a research paper, and why do we write a research paper? Mostly, criteria, one of the basic criteria for the professors in colleges is that it helps in professional development and promotion, because at the end of the year, we have to answer that, okay, how many papers we have published. Yes, so this is a basic question that we have to always answer. We have to say, okay, this many people, one people or two people, and some of the institutes, they always have, like, okay, this many papers are compulsory, you have to present it. Okay, and but beyond that, if we try to so when you are publishing a research paper, it increases visibility of your work because you work something, you do something, you do some kind of research. So it is a medium by which you are bringing your research in front of the people, and it gives you professional recognition. Recognition. It is not only within your college or within your academic institution, but the paper that you are publishing, it gives your recognition around the world. Because anyone from any part of the world can just start, can type his or her topic if, and start reading your research paper, right? And when you are publishing a research paper, if you are searching for opportunities for collaborations or some kind of fundings to carry out your research paper, because when we are doing, we do it at the research level implementation part. But when we want to bring it into practical implementation, sometimes we may be requiring some kind of funds, some kind of collaborations of funding agencies. So when you have a good quality research paper that is being published, so it increases the opportunities even for that. Of course, it helps the researcher to develop skills and knowledge, because once you write, even if you're not like today, I must be having some 25 to 30 research papers at NICREDIT. But when I see my first research paper, I say, oh my God, what I have written. Yes, every time you write a research paper, your skills, your capabilities, it goes on improving. Great. So, and yes, every time when you do a research and you present a research paper, your skills goes on improving, your knowledge level goes on improving. When you publish a research paper. So there are two very common mediums. One are the conferences and the other is journals, right? So conferences, you will be knowing we have sometimes national conferences, sometimes international conferences that are going on sometimes in our own education institutions, sometimes you go to some other institutions. Of course, there are national and international conferences where you can present your paper. The second method is you can be reaching out directly to the journal because yes, now like Azra was talking about AI and all of the different technologies, you can know that today the world is at our fingertips. You are searching for any journal, just type in Google and you will get a long list of journals. Okay, so directly you can be even reaching out to the journal. So these are the two basic mediums how you can be going for publishing your research papers. You can be attending a conference or you can be going directly to the journals. Okay, so now once you know this, now the next question. Okay, so what is the difference between going to a conference and what is it and how is it when you're going to directly reaching directly to a journal? So we'll be discussing what are some kind of we can say some kind of tips, some kinds of techniques that we need to follow. Now, conferences, what I'm thinking, that is my opinion, might be, I don't know if someone of you disagrees to it. But for me, I think conference is an excellent choice for disseminating your research work. Because when you write in a journal or you're directly reach out to the journal, okay, you are having good quality paper, not that. But when you go to a conference, you get a chance to present your work in front of the people. And the session chairs and all, you know that they are very knowledgeable and experienced persons, either from the academic backgrounds or either from the industry, and they are listening to your research. So at times it can happen like in the earlier slides I was talking about collaborations, you can get, so it is very easy to reach out. In fact, it is very easy to reach out to the people when you are presenting your work in a conference, right? Because you can get, sometimes you may get suggestions also, so you get feedback which may help you to improve your research. Well, at the other times, you can get good collaborations, and when you are there, you can know more about the topic, you can learn more from others also. So yes, conferences, they're really a very great medium to present your paper and also learn a lot. And that's yes. If you are going for a conference, if you are thinking of presenting your paper at a conference, let me tell you, selection of the right conference can be a game changer, but at the same time, if you select a wrong conference, it can have a negative impact on your research. Yes, because you know that nowadays it is very easy to get an email that we are organizing so and so conference and so part of the world. So please send your quality research papers. In fact, I get mails. Sometimes I get such mails where they just pick up an extract from one of my previous papers and say, "Yes, Dr. Anjum Qureshi, we are very impressed with your work, and so we invite you to present your research in our conference." And they don't provide any link; they just give an email. So yes, you should be very careful because nowadays, as the technology is benefiting us, but this technology, this internet somewhere, it is, our data gets leaked, it gets circulated very easily. So the people can just get your email ID, they just get your some kind of information and they can contact you. So when you are going for a conference, be very alert. If there is a website, just go and search for it. Go to the full research, I must say. When you are doing research over a topic, but putting a paper in a conference or a journal is another research, I can say. Yes, you have to find the right conference for your research. Because extensive research, I must say, you have to do extensive research for digging into the nature of the conference, right? You should know what kind of conference it is and what is the acceptability at the conference. And then, because you know that the conferences, yes, there are many kinds of conferences that are going on. So you have to see whether it is a high reputed conference, because of course, when it is a high reputed conference, you will be requiring a good research work. Now, why I am mentioning this, because yes, some of the conferences, they are highly selective. They're highly selective. Whereas if like if we are working at the PG level or at the PhD level, so at that time obviously we need some high level conferences, because our work is at a very high level. So we need that kind of conferences to present our research paper. You should be not going to just you find a conference and it is okay, here is international conference or there is a national conference and you can go and present it. You should not be doing that. Make an extensive research on the conference, I must say. Not to try to know each and every details of the conference before you submit your research paper to the conference. And yes, when you are going to the conferences, please look into what kind of associations it is having. Sometimes they do, sometimes the conferences, they are linked with IEEE or Springer or some very good journals, we can say. So just see if it is having any kind of association with this journal. Some of the conferences, they don't mention the journal's name and all, but they will tell that your proceedings will be published in Springer, or your proceedings will be indexed into Scopus. So please look into that. Just don't see, okay, I am working on IoT, so this is a conference that is going to publish a paper, and just don't go that way. Before selecting a conference, also see that what kind of associations it is having. It is organizing a college, which is organizing a conference with some reputed organization like IEEE or IEI or IETE, any kind of reputed organization. These are all the organizations that are working, that we people from engineering stream, we just prefer this kind of conference, but I'm not so much aware of the people from the other background. But I'm just giving an example from engineering field. So look for some reputed organizations that are organizing the conferences with the academic institute or the organization that has that is going to conduct a conference. So please see to it that there are some good linkages of the conference. Otherwise, if some of the conference, they just have published their proceedings into a book and they don't have any kind of association. So, and if you are at a, working at a very research level, at the PG level or the PhD level, then your paper is going to be wasted, right? Because you won't get any kind of APS score, because you know that whenever we go for this NRF ranking and the NBA accreditation and all this processes, the colleges will ask, they will only count what papers are there, whether it is in a UGC Care journal or it is in Scopus. So yes, you have to have the quality papers. Well, if some of your students, just students working at the UG level, we can access such big conferences to go. They can be going for any of the conferences. That if the participants those who are working at the PG level, which are working at the research level, or are doing any kind of research, please make a good decision with the conferences. Yeah. So nextly, I will speak about the journals. Yes, of course, journals is very important. But I would like to, before that, I would like to discuss in short about manuscript rejection. So this is a very great problem sometimes, And a few days ago, like one of my friends just called me and saying, I'm just more too worried. I just sent my research paper to some journal, and they realizing that no, we cannot. Your research work is so good that we are sorry that we cannot be including your paper in our journal. So what should I do? And yes, these are some of the tips that I suggested to her, and I think even everyone should be adherent to it when we are thinking of publishing a research paper either in a conference or in a journal. So the first one is you have to see the scope of the journal, because there are journals that have some particular area. Like if you are into engineering field, there are journals that will be publishing the research work from engineering. That too in engineering, again, there are classifications like computer science or electronics or communication and all that. Or there are some other journals that will be publishing the papers from civil or mechanical side. There are journals those who publish the papers related to languages or some, you can say, the social science and laws. And there are journals who are publishing the papers related to medicine. So yes, before sending your paper, please see the scope of the journal. Because if you're sending a paper to a journal that or a conference that does not fit the scope, so yes, of course it is going to be rejected. So don't get this happen. So please do it. And the second thing is avoid submission to multiple journals. In fact, this is a warning that is written in every kind of conference or journal, but still some of them, they do this mistake that they submit it to multiple journals. Don't do this. Try to avoid this. And I'm going to stand with you. When you're going for journals, it is not that you send the paper today and tomorrow you're going to get a response. So you should be, if it is that we have to publish nearly 2 papers in an academic session, so plan it accordingly that at least some 2 to 3 months before the end of the session, you should be prepared with your papers and your papers are going to good journals and you're getting a good reply. Because yes, some reputed journals, they take a long time for reply. Okay, so you have to plan it accordingly and avoid multiple submissions. Then plagiarism. That is again very important because many papers they get rejected due to plagiarism. You have to check it. If your institution provides a facility to check the plagiarism, that is very good. Otherwise, there are online tools that are available that you can be using it. But the free online tools, they're not so efficient, but still it helps. Right? And yes, sometimes there are flaws in writing and presentation. Yes, because most of the research papers that in India, like till now, what we have done, we are writing in English. So whatever language you're using, English or you're using Hindi or any other languages from any part of the world that you're using, when you are publishing your research papers, you have to look through it. Either get proofreading or you can be using any of the tools. Like nowadays we have the Grammarly and many such apps. So you can be using such apps so that the flaws and the mistakes that you do in writing, because yes, sometimes the people get rejected if you do not have proper grammar, proper way of presentation. Yes, way of presentation is very important because sometimes it may be very minor thing that you must have done in your result, but still when you write it in a proper way, when you present it in a very good way, you get selected. Because sometimes you have such a good result, you have done such a good work, but if you don't know how to present it, so it increases your chance of rejection. And yes, always conform to the author's guidelines. Whatever he says, whatever instructions you are getting, you have, it is a single column paper, double column paper, you have to keep it to 5 pages or 6 pages, or whatever the address list, and of course the dates that are being given. Okay, if someone says, okay, today is 26th of July and you have to submit, the last date is 26th of July, so please don't delay. So yes, those are some of the small things that you should be having to avoid your manuscript rejections. And yes, now coming to how you will be selecting appropriate journals. So one of the method is like most of the times, nowadays we need to find anything. What we do is, okay, just refer Dr. Google. Sometimes we call Google as Dr. Google because Google gives all the information to us, right? So of course you can be typing in Google. That's not a matter. But I will suggest first you can be using a journal finder. The journal finder can help to match your manuscripts and you can be learning more about the journals, and it is powered by the Elsewhere fingerprint machine, fingerprint engine. And for this, you can be doing this, you can enter your title and extract, and then you can find the best journals that are suited to your publication. Because like in the earlier slide, I was talking about every journal, every conference, it has its own scope. They have their own subject, they have their own areas or research areas in which they will be publishing. So you can find the respective journals. And of course, when you're filing, please remember that your paper, whether it gets accepted or rejected, it depends on the reviewers and the editors, because they are the ones who are going to decide. So if somewhere if you get in your paper rejected, so no, don't get us started. Just approve it. Just look at the suggestions that are being given by the editor and the reviewer, and You can put your paper in the same journal, or you can go for another one. That's not an issue. And yes, then journals are there. Some journals have invitation. Well, I was explaining those in the last slide. I have, but yes, you have to be very careful with selection of journals, because there are very, you can say, predatory journals, some false journals that are being done. So you have to be very careful about it. So yes, selection of journals. Yes. Thing. This is some of the metrics that you have to keep on the journal metrics that we call, some of the journal metrics that we have to see whenever you are submitting the journal. For example, if you find a journal, if you're putting an article in IoT, you find out the journal for that. And after that, when you open the website, these are all the words. When you open the website, see some of these things that I am going to tell you now. First is the site score metrics. Now, this is a sort of indicators that are calculated from data Scopus, the world's leading extract and citation database of peer-reviewed literature. It is actually based on the number of citations to documents, articles, reviews, conference papers, book chapters, and data papers by a journal over 4 years, and it is divided by the number of same document types that are indexed in Scopus and published in those same 4 years. So in the site score metrics, they are calculated in 3 ways. They're calculated firstly the current, that is a monthly site score tracker. It keeps you up to date about the latest progression towards the next annual value, which makes the next site score more predictable. Then the second one is comprehensive, which is based on the Scopus, the leading scientific citation database, and clear that the values are transparent and reproducible to individual articles and Scopus. The scores that you must be that you must see is that is SJR, that is the Chicago Journal rank. It is based on the concept of a transfer of prestige between journals where there's citation links. And SDR accounts for journal size by averaging across recent publications, and it is calculated annually. And the second one is source normalized impact per paper. It is sophisticated method that intrinsically accounts for field specific differences in citation practices, and comparing each journal citations for publication with the citation potential of its field, defined as a set of publications citing that journal. Some more metrics that you must be looking is the impact factor. Yes, impact factor, I think everyone must be aware of it. It is calculated by the Clarion Analytics as the average of the sum of the citations received in a given year to the journals, to a journal's previous 2 years of publications divided by the sum of citable publications in previous 2 years. I know this calculation, but that I'm telling is it is somewhere difficult to understand. But still, if you just if you look at the website of a particular journal, you will be finding all these things. These are all mentioned, the citation factors and there is SGR and site score metrics, SGR, SNP, journal impact factor. Those all metrics are mentioned on the journal's website. Just just browse it properly, you will be getting it. And this H index is also there. H index, it is considered as an order level metric. The H index and some of its numerous variants have come to be applied to higher order aggregation of research publications, including journals, and it is defined as the greatest number of publications H for which the count of lifetime citation is greater than or equal to H. So if we have profile in Google Scholar and Google Scholar, so we must be knowing that yes, we can find this H index that is being calculated how we publish a paper, and after publishing the paper, when the people start citing our paper, so this value gets improved. So yes, H index we can be getting there. We can know our own H index. Yeah. Now, next is I just told about some of the journal metrics that you must be seeing when you're searching a journal. Now, the next thing is the journal indexing. when you're seeing a journal's website, please see the indexing, because you will easily find a tab over there. Just click on that tab and you will see a number of indexing. It will tell that this journal is indexed in so and so places. Okay, so collection of it is a collection of journal titles which is grouped by discipline, subject, or publishing type. And the existence of a journal in one or more well-known database, it will indicate the reliability of the journal, and so the indexing is very important. Okay. So when you submit your research work to an index journal, it will increase its authority and visibility. Whereas if you're submitting your work to some non-indexed journals, it is not regarded as it is not regarded good. In fact, it is considered to be inferior scientific quality than indexed journals. So whenever you are submitting your paper, please look for the indexing. Well, I will also tell what kind of indexing is considered to be good, right? And because now there are many open access journals that are coming up and many online journals. So sometimes determining the trustworthiness of publications and their publishers, it is going challenging. But of course, you should be knowing that you have to see the journal metrics and you have to see the indexing. So it is very, very important. So these are some of the basic indexing standards that you must see when you are submitting the journals. ISSN, that is the International Standard Serial Number, then Digital Object Finder. In fact, you can see that if you see a good quality research paper, DOI is mentioned. And in fact, in some of the formats, when you are mentioning the references, they tell you to write the DOI of a particular paper or a particular reference that you are using. So DOI is very important. Then the copyright policy and make it at the article level. You should be actually going through all this whenever you are submitting a paper, and just define publication schedule to see to it that how frequently the journal is being published. What is like when you submit the journal, so how long will they take to respond? And let me tell you, if any journal says that you're going to get a response in 24 hours and all, so please believe me, that is not going to be a high level journal. And there are many predatory journals. So please, whenever you are submitting a journal, you should go through all this, the copyright policy, the publication schedule, because that will help you understand. Because the high quality journals, they always take time to read your journal. They will give you proper feedback for either accepting, whether they are accepting or whether rejecting the paper. They will give you proper feedback and suggestions for each and everything. And for that, it takes time. No good quality or high repeated journal will give you a response in 24 hours or 48 hours, right? Then, indexes and the inclusion criteria. Some indexes only allow journals that publish in specific fields of studies, like the Medline and the PubMed Central. They exclusively index journals in the biomedical and the biological sciences, and some index consider some indexes that frequently demand the complete identity, affiliations of journal editors, as well as information regarding journal editing guidelines, such as a publicly accessible peer review policy and publishing ethics statements. There are some indexes that consider professional publishing, which includes verifying readability and production quality. And some indexes will require journals to demonstrate that their papers are stored by a long-term digital preservation service. So these are some of the indexes and the inclusion criteria. Yeah. So I'm just talking about indexing. So in very simple sense, I don't know whether the earlier things that I told you will be able to remember or not. But yes, this are some of the indexing, the popular indexing which gives good quality journals. Scopus, Web of Science, Directory of Open Access Journal, Scope, PubMed, Medline. So this are some very reputed indexing databases. So when you are publishing a paper, when you are going for a journal, even directly you are approaching a journal, or sometimes if you are submitting a paper to a journal with the help of a portal, so please see to it. Just go and check the journal website, see the general metrics like the impact factor, especially the impact factor. It is always being asked. People will always see, okay, what is the impact factor of the journal? So please see to it, and of course, you should see whether it is listed in Scopus or Web of Science. But sometimes the journal they display on the website that represents Scopus, but sometimes they may be cheating you. We will see even that. Yes, this is one more important thing, that is quartiles of journals. So one of the main indicators in the world of academic research. It is used by most authoritative databases, including Scopus and Web of Science. So this quartiles of journal, I think you must have some well seen Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So these are the four categories that are being used. So Q1, it includes the most prestigious journal in the field of the highest number of citations. Then Q2, it will cover the journals with slightly lower impact factors, but still of high quality journals. Then Q3, they are of fairly ranking and influential publications that are suitable for achieving most of the scientific goals. And Q4, it will include the journals with lower impact factors and often those that have recently been included in the database. So these are the four rankings that mostly they are being listed in the Scopus. So now the next question that I think that needs to be rising in some of your mind is, like, when there is Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, so how to select them? Yes, of course. So how to determine Q1 or Q2? So to be classified as Q1, a journal's impact factor must be in the highest quartile, that is top 25%, and then journals publishing in the same field of science. And to be qualified as a Q2, a journal's impact factor must be in the upper half, the top 50% of the journals publishing in the same field of science. So Q1 and Q2, if we say, yes, these are very good ranking for the journals that we can see. And this also, whether it is in Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4, this full information you can be getting from the websites of the journals. Right. When Q1 and Q2 is there, so should we publish in Q3 or Q4 journals? Yeah. So yes. So the next question here is, some of you may be thinking, is it worth publishing in Q3 or Q4 journals? So yes, you can publish there. Because journals are more accessible to authors in terms of pricing policy. They are perfect for publishing their first works. Yes, like when we start the research, so at the beginning of the research, you must not be having so much to write, so much to give. Right? Then you have just started. In the earlier days of your research, I think you can be going through it. But then as you go ahead in your research and you have more of knowledge to express to the world, you can go into the Q1 and Q2 journal. But in the early days of the research, Q3 and Q4 is not a problem anything. Okay, they may be more specialized and relevant, and they are actually suitable for achieving basic scientific goals. So yes, you can go for Q3 and Q4 journals when you are in your earlier days of your research. And the next confusion will the people have is between paid and free journals. Because I remember when I was doing my PhD, so my guy, no, not paid journal. You have to get published in free journals only. There are, in fact, we were given, a guide ma'am, she gave us a list of journals which should be free and also paid and all. But we had to decide, in fact, yes. So There are open access journals, there are free journals, and but the basic difference over here is that when you say paid journals, for us it is paid when we are paying while publishing the research paper. You see, almost many of us we have seen when we go to conference or on a journal directly. There is some kind of some of them say we get they don't take it as publication charges, they call it as article processing charges, right? So in some of the other way they will get some amount from us to publish the paper. So the some of the papers that are getting into open access, where the people are from anywhere at any time they can be downloading your papers. So that becomes open. You have already paid for it. The journal has sources it for you, and it is available freely online. But sometimes when we go for the free journals, so if you try to download like whatever is your research area, and you try to download it, then you have to pay while downloading the paper. It is free for the authors, but it is not free for the researcher. Yes. So this is there. Hmm. Yeah. So publishing article in an open access journal means that more people will see it. Yes, the benefit here is that if you're putting a paper into an open access journal that you have already paid, so most of the open access journals that you're having, it will be free for anyone to download. So with this, what happens is many people will download your paper, they will read it, they will cite it. Whereas the paid the journals, there for downloading, you will be having to pay an amount. For example, like the IEEE, Springer and all, if this those papers are not downloaded freely. Well, nowadays people have found out alternative methods to download those papers also, but still you can't be downloading all the IEEE and Springer papers for free. You have to pay something. Sometimes these downloads are done through institute level. The institutes buy some software, some kind of subscription. But these subscriptions are so costly that every time every time it is not possible for the institutions to pay such a large amount, and they cancel the subscription. And when such things happen to the research centers, to the researchers, or the people working or that in that particular research center, they find difficulty. And some of them think that when we are publishing in a peer-reviewed journal, or when you are trying to put your article in a journal that will publish your articles free of cost, then of course it will not reply you in 24 hours or 48 hours, or even in the paid journal. Sometimes when we go, they will be replying you in 4 weeks or 6 weeks. But then there are those free journals where you don't have to pay anything for publishing your article. Those kind of journals, they're very high reputed journals, and they want reply you very soon. They will take time, and when you are in a hurry that you have to finish your publication process, so at that time you can't you can't wait. So if you are you have to publish your paper into a peer-reviewed journal, then you should have patience, because there is going to be always some kind of delay from your submission to final publication. In fact, I have seen, like, I'm talking about here only about research papers, but along with the research papers, nowadays we have one more option that you can be presenting your research or publishing your research in the form of the chapters. So I have seen it is nearly 1 year till that book comes. They give a date, you submit your document, you submit your article to them, and then after a few months they will be getting a reply. You will be getting a reply. Okay, it has been accepted. Then they send a form back. Then you send it back, and until the book is published, it takes nearly 1 year. So when you are publishing your research work, which is free for you to publish. Yeah, like I had book chapters where for just downloading one book chapter, you will be needing at least in dollars, if you say it is 15 to 20 rupees. So 15 to $20 if you want to just download one single article. one single chapter from that book. And if you are downloading the whole book in Indian rupees, it will cost some 10 to 15,000 rupees. The whole book if you are trying to download. But if you are trying to download at least one single, just a single chapter, then it is still more than 1,000 rupees in Indian rupees. So yes, it is free for you, but it is not free for the ones who are downloading it. So when you are trying to present your research in free journal, so yes, you need a lot of patience because you know that it is going to take time. And now, just a very few tips. So now just relax. And just over at the speaking so much on journal, just a very few tips that I would like to give based on my experience. Because at the beginning of the session, I told that when I started my PhD, at that time, some one or two papers are wasted because I could not, I just saw something. Okay, it was index and scopus, and I submitted the paper, but it was not a paper. The first thing that this you already discussed, beware of the fraudulent emails. Because nowadays, every one of you, once you submit your papers in there to the conference, I don't know from where is the other conferences they get your data. And every day, nearly every day, I'm getting emails or some that we are organizing such kind of conference. We have so and so journal. So please be aware of this fraudulent mails. You should know how you have to judge it. Whether it is a spam or something, you should know you have there you have to publish your paper. And like the few tips that I told, that any journal or any conference that says that will be replying you in 24 or 48 hours, don't go for it. Never go for it because they are not high quality journals, not the people journals. And secondly, you should be always checking for the indexing. Well, yes, even in indexing package, this is a very important part that I must be telling you. If you open a website, for example, there is a journal, and someone says that it is in Scopus. So there are different methods for checking whether, for example, I'm talking about Scopus over here. Right. So on the website, you will see a logo where the Scopus is written. So don't just think that because this website is carrying a logo of Scopus, so this journal's index in Scopus, don't go for that. Click on that Scopus tab. Click on the Scopus tab, and immediately information will be displayed, which will tell you this journal is being indexed in Scopus from the starting date and the ending date is given. And yes, let me tell you, there are many journals which display the logo of Scopus because they were indexed in Scopus in 2 years or 3 years back. They are not indexed in Scopus now, and still they will carry the Scopus logo, right? So please just click that. And even after clicking that, just read the name of the journal properly. For example, there is like, International Journal of Electronics Engineering. If there is some journal like that. But if you see, if it is such a kind of journal, just read the spelling properly because there will be some, copy of the journals. The name will look similar, but there will be some changes in the spellings and all. So please see to it, read the journal name properly, even when this focus link is missed. Right? And yes, one thing is very important because if you're submitting your article to a good journal, to a high reputed journal, you need patience. So please plan your research and set your goals that so that you do not have to hurry up for your submission. And it is a very important tip for those who are now doing research. You are a research student or a research fellow now. So it is very, very important for you that you have to plan your research. And yes, proofreading and plagiarism checking, that is very important. Nowadays, we have the proofreading tools where you can be checking your grammar, where you can be checking your plagiarism. But if you don't have, take help from anything around you and try to do it. Because as I told you earlier, you must be having a very good quality work, but sometimes those small mistakes, like your mistakes in grammar, your mistakes at way of presenting, or the plagiarism that you have, you will be getting projected. And yes, with this, I come to the end of my presentation, and I hope that you have at least tried to grasp some of the tips that I just have given you, and I wish you all lots of best wishes for your research and selecting your journals. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a very enlightening session. As a researcher, I can correlate to the look for fake journals, and we should look for publications and all the insights of research and publication and how to be published in a good journal. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am is open for questionnaire. If anybody has any question or query, please do question so that you'll get a deep line learning of your research and publication, because very important. So please do question. Ma'am is open for that.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, first of all, thank you so much. This session was indeed needful and it was really insightful. Um, Ma'am, my question for you is, like, is it ethically incorrect, to publish a paper again, the same paper again in an indexed or a peer-reviewed journal, if it was, presented in a conference or if it was earlier published in a non-indexed journal? Unfortunately, if it was published like that, can we publish it again in an indexed journal?
But you cannot be publishing the same paper. You will have to do some kind of changes in it. You cannot publish the same as it is because it was a very good paper. Your presentation is very good and all. It's a good quality research paper that due to some reasons you could not publish it in this journal. So you cannot publish it the same paper if you want to present the same work, but you will have to do some changes. You will have to take some new results or something like that, but not the exact when you can't be publishing it in two cases separate.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
I will request all the participants, so please switch on their cameras so that we can take a group picture of the session. Please. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, all the participants, for switching on their camera so that you can take a picture. Thank you so much, ma'am, that you have given us such an enlightening session about publication. As a researcher, we are very much confused, and the session was very much enlightening. Thank you so very much, ma'am, and hope to have these kind of sessions with you more. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your precious time to us.